Welcome to the T-Hobby FPV tutorial. On the racetrack, I often see some pivot receiver antennas are bent like this. They're bent and tied to the top plate, sometimes even inserted into holes in the top plate. Other times, they bend the receiver antenna and place it along the arm of the quad. Actually, I can tell you that this setup results in very poor signal quality. Why is that? Because when it comes to RF antennas, their total length is strictly regulated. The total length being 1/2 or 1/4 of the wavelength. These fractions correspond to integer multiples of the electromagnetic wave's wavelength. If you bend the antenna, its effective length is reduced, and when the length is shortened, in outer point for GHz-RF systems, the antenna gain drops significantly. In other words, the signal strength is definitely worse than when the antenna is at its proper length. At the same time, ELRS receivers now have increasingly high refresh rates, up to 1000 Hz. If your antenna gain is poor in this frequency band, it can cause packet loss. Packet loss can lead to delays or twitching in control during a race, especially if your feed-forward tuning isn't perfect. So, for racing drone builds, especially with high refresh rate L setups, it's very important to keep your antenna as straight as possible. Also, avoid having the antenna blocked by carbon fiber plates. Make sure enough of it is exposed. I highly recommend mounting the receiver antenna on the top plate or along the arms of the frame. This way, more of the antenna is exposed, and it's also been tested to be crash resistant, which don't risk bending at all.